Good morning, guys. Today we are looking at Lightbridge Corporation, LTBR. It's one of the volume leaders this morning, just about 20 minutes into the opening bell here. Looks like to be about nearly 5 to 6 times the average volume. It did run a little yesterday, but this is just a continuation of that play. Volume is there, so is the volatility. The float is pretty low on this one, and the spread is a little wild, but we're going to go ahead and follow this one. 135 and under seems to be the price target, and the resistance seems to be around 166 and above. So we're going to keep that resistance line there. Hopefully we can get into the sub ones here. And yeah, this one seems to be the volume leader for today as far as day traders go. We're also going to take a little peek at WATT Energies Corp. Not as much volume on it, but if it gets down into the 13 range, that's definitely it'll be a nice target for us. It has been hovering around the sub 16s, but it is up around 83%. Plenty of room to fall, and a decent amount of volume so far on it as well. About 5 times the average volume as well. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that one, and volume bars are a little low on this one, but it should pick up once it starts dipping down in the 13s. But those are the plays we are watching for today. I will let you know if anything else pops up. Let's see if we can't get a runner here. All right, just a minor update on LTBR. She's picking up more volume as we go along in the morning here. 50 EMA is right up there at 145 and under. She broke that resistance at 166 and is continuing to climb, trying to see where the new resistance will be at right now. It's about 195. I'm sure it'll hit the $2 anchor number and might get rejected at $2 here. But we're going to still aim for under the 50, and let's see how much strength is left in this one. These volume bars are a very good sign for us. As far as WATT goes, kind of tailing off, but we did expect that. 50 EMA is still looking healthy, though, as it continues to rise. Resistance seems to be getting lower. Let's see, on level 2, it seems to be it's actually kind of thin on level 2, so we'll just go with the chart here and lowball it a little bit, 16.2. But yeah, we're still trying to get under $14 into the 13s, hopefully. Those are the plays still that we are looking at, and we'll see if we can't get into that dip before lunchtime as usual. All right, just a minor update on Lightbridge. She did crack over $2 and was hovering a little above it for a little while, but eventually did come back down. Still a good sign for us, though. The 50 EMA has rocketed up. It is about 164 and under. It might be able to test right here in the 160, 150 range. Might be the perfect buy. 100 is right around 144. Not sure if it'll get there yet. Plenty of volume left on this one. So we're going to continue to watch it and wait for our immediate dip by under 164. As far as WATT goes, it's not being very volatile, and the volume is kind of low on it as well. It's still up there in the volume leaders at about 6 times the average volume now, but the 50 EMA has risen up to 14.7. A little too close to our ask bid without a pop here over our set resistance at 16.2. We don't see this going up any higher. It's gonna wedge here, and when it wedges, meaning it doesn't really know which way to go, and depending on the momentum, we'll see where we can get in on. The best case for us would be an immediate drop right here. But if it continues to consolidate in this range while the 50 continues to climb, and it won't be, and it's for some reason it won't pass 16.2, that's not going to be a good sign. Either way, this is the lower priority. LTBR is our main priority because it has all the volume and the volatility. And as you can see, it popped over $2 again. We'll see if we can't get the dip we need. It's still very early. I'll update you once it starts moving again. Alright, so we did finally take a dip under the 50 EMA for a little bit and got alerted. We took in about half of a position at 184. So we're going to go ahead, put that line right there at our average 184. It most likely will start to go down below that, but it was only half of our position because it did come right back up with these big green volume bars. So I mean, if it does dip under 179 and under, we'll be able to get an even better average. But as far as the dip, we just didn't want to miss it. So 184 so far is our average at half position, and still trying to be alerted at 179 and under. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see if 180 can hold it, and we'll see if we can test the $2 range again. But it looks like we might be able to get another dip here and fill our position to the full. All right, guys. So we did take our 50 EMA dip, and unfortunately, we missed our buy. It wouldn't really help our average too much. That's why I was kind of hesitant on buying. I thought it would drop just one more candle, but it ended up being bought up completely. We are pushing 188 right now, so our 184 average is in the money. Once it passes 190, we're going to try to go for a stop loss here to keep us in the profit. But for the most part, this looks like it might come right back up to test the highs a day. We will see what happens here. But it is looking good so far. And just a little update on Watt while we let this one play out. We were able to actually not play this one. We weren't able to play this one is what I meant to say. Our 50 EMA alert just did not trigger. It bounced up right above it. So we were able to get into it, but as you can see, it went all the way to the sub 15s and it's back up to the sub 16s. So I mean, that's what volume does. Volume keeps the action in the play. But once again, that 50 EMA just didn't dip for us, so we weren't able to get alerted, and we weren't able to buy in on that one. It would have been nice. So we're just gonna concentrate on light bridge, hoping for it to test to the twos. We are at 184. We actually have a stop loss at 180. We might take that out, but I'm not sure. We're trying to get past 190 again, and we'll see if we can do that. There's quite a bit of resistance there, but we're still got a decent position. So if we get a jump back down, we'll be able to buy some more. But right now, it looks like our 180 stop loss should be doing all right. Just now, we're basically risking 4 cents to make 20. So not too bad of a gamble there. And right now we are in the money. So let's see if this play doesn't turn out. All right, we were actually stopped out in the money. But we bought in at 182 to work on our average of 184, which was stopped out right around 190. For the most part, this was a good play. We're going to go ahead and just put a tight stop loss at 180 and under. And if it dips below that, then this might not be the great run that we were looking for. 100 EMA is actually still steadily climbing, which is a good sign. And I believe the 50 EMA. I apologize for that interruption. As I was saying, the 50 EMA has also been climbing. We were keeping track of it at about 180, and it is still continuing to climb, as you can see. Right now, it's about 184. So our 182 average is looking all right with a 180 stop loss, just in case this thing doesn't want to turn around. But this was the second 50 EMA dip, just about an hour from lunch. So we'll see if we can't pop over 190 again. If not, then this is going to be a fade. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just continue to track it, and hopefully we will come out on top on this one and retest the higher day. All right, looks like we were able to get in our second scalp of today, off our 182 average. We sold off about 75% of our shares up here at 193 because this was where the point where it got rejected last time. But for now, we're going to let the rest of the 25% ride with a stop loss at 179. The 180 mark has actually been acting as a bid support. So if it dips under there, then, failed trade. But for the most part, we like our 182, and we're just going to continue to stay there. A new price range for a buy-in would be a new low. A new low would be under 175. So most likely under the 100 EMA if it even gets down there. But we do like the fact that it has bounced up twice. It really needs to break 195 to test the $2 range. But for the most part, 182 is a decent average. And like I said, that 180 stop loss is going to be key to keeping us safe from tragic any big losses. So, yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys. We're gonna let this one run. It's about an hour away from lunch, and we're gonna let this one ride. We were able to scalp it twice today, from 184 up into the 190s and above. Could have worked on that average a little bit more if we were patient for a few more minutes, but not gonna complain. And we actually got in with a second dip, and we are playing that out right now. So let's hopefully see this at $2 by the end of the day. If not, we will be stopped out. We are in the money either way, and only risking just 25% of our profits. So once again, thanks for joining me this morning, and hopefully you learned something. I know I did, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll catch a runner, but for now, keep an eye on that $2 level.